It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Browns. Next on Madden NFL 24.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
In motion right, Peoples-Jones. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Browns come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. Now, they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. With Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Oh, another big wrap up there by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year who led the league with 18.5 sacks in 2022. Became the second 49er and 10th player ever to win both that and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards during their career.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So the Niners set to take over for the first time, and it is the 23-year-old Trey Lance who has the keys to the offense in his 3rd season now out of North Dakota State.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB. Easily move into the top 5.
On play action, Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there. And what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless 1st quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the 1st quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
25 yards that time.
More graded high on the scale with speed, hands, and route running ability entering the 2021 draft, but had limited chances in his first 2 years with the Jets. Cleveland brought him in to give him a chance to grow into the starter many expected. It sure looks like they made the right decision there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. Chubb will get the call running left. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns.
And Deshaun Watson shows off his mobility yet again. Just 1 touchdown rushing in 6 starts last season. But the way that he moves around, if receivers are covered, he'll tuck it and go as he did there.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And Lance now to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
San Francisco.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. Down to the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Oh, what a move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Now it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd and 2, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is taken at about the 14. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is caught, Jennings. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
A final shot before the break. Watson to the right side, and he's got more complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan.
The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out the try run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much, and you forget the other options that are out there.
Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On 1st down, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Good coverage by Charvarius Ward.
Throwing again is Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Watson going to try and run it. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Deshaun Watson scoring on a 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
49ers 7.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a...
There he goes, left side. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play, because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shoves him aside. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Lance looking to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And the 49ers 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this is caught. He hits more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And he will have the Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Cleveland, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.